My name's Anna Murray. I'm from Kirby and I had a paranormal experience many years ago with my husband David. We were travelling through to Ormskirk one day in the car. It was a lovely day, and to get to Ormskirk from where we live, you go through some country roads. It's quite quiet, and on the way there's a church, sort of in the middle of nowhere. St Anne's Church, I think it's called, and it's normally very, very quiet, unless you have the odd wedding or christening, but generally it's a very quiet church, literally in the middle of nowhere. And Dave and I were driving past one day in the daytime, lovely, quiet country road. And as we drove past the church, both of us looked. There was something strange going on there. And when we looked, there was no one about whatsoever. But just outside the church was a vicar, bride and groom, and what looked like a chauffeur with a car. Why it was strange was it looked like a snapshot of a 20s wedding. It was really bizarre. The chauffeur was quite an old man. The car was really, really old, like one of those cars they used to use where they used to turn the handle to start the engine. And the bride, a wedding dress was sort of 1920s style. It was just as if it really shouldn't have been there. So we drove past. We both looked and we drove past, and then we both looked at each other and we sort of said, what was that? It was just really, really strange. We think now it was ghosts, and that might sound really strange, but we do. We've often drove past that same church again. When we first started driving past the church, we both didn't want to look. We were really a little bit scared. But we drive past now and we do sort of look out the corner of our eye and just see if there's anything like that happened again. It's never happened again, but it has stayed with the two of us, and it was a really, really strange thing. We've got no explanation for it, but we do know they really shouldn't have been there on that day, at that time. Whether they were ghosts from the past or I don't know. But yeah, it was a very strange experience, and we both remember it quite well, and it was many years ago.